Don't move to Mexico now.
Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Well, today I want to share with you some pertinent information on what's happening in Ajijic. So, Lori, what are you going to be doing?
Well, since Jerry gonna show you important things about Ajijic here, and I'm gonna go to my kitchen, maybe make some breakfast.
Okay, so,
Okay, I will leave him alone. Bye.
hi, Lori. Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, what I want to do today is I want to have a heart-to-heart talk with you on what's happening down here in Mexico. I'm getting comments where people are concerned about, can they come to Mexico now? How is the real estate business now? What is the transportation down here now? Are the facilities opened up now through the situation that we're having here? And I feel it's very important that I give you an update on what's actually happening here. The other thing I want you to know right away, this is my own personal ideas as I see it. It's my own personal seeing it as I walk around or I experience what's happening here. I highly recommend and always do, don't trust what I have to say. It's my opinion and only my opinion. Always check out resources, always check out other people. I don't care who they are or how much you think you can trust them. Not that they would deceive you, but it's always good to get another person's perspective and opinion. So this is my opinion. Well, what's happening here, it's really interesting because things are closing down. All the essential services are open, which are very limited actually. But one of the remarkable things about this area is when people ask me, what do you like about this area so much in Ajijic, Lake Chapala area? And I say, it's the community. It's has a lot of social activities. There's a lot of friends here. It's easy to meet people here. And it's just great for that. But now, that's not the case. Everything is closed down. Well, everybody here at Lakeside is self-quarantining themselves because there is no things that are open that we normally did. So as an example, the Lake Chapala Society, their gates are closed. There's nobody going in there because everything is closed.
Okay, everything was closed. You can see that Lakeside Society is closed. There used to be a lot of people here, but now it's closed. The office is closed. The restaurant is closed. The ground is look a lot of weed here. Well, it's noisy because the neighbor mowed the lawn.
On the Malecon, that's the boardwalk that goes along the lake. That's all closed.
Now the Malecon, the boardwalk, empty. You cannot use it. It's roped off, just completely different.
Swimming pools, public swimming pools are closed. Gymnasiums are closed. Movie theaters are closed. All the activities that you would like to do are closed down. And so you don't have this social time. The plazas are closed throughout all the little villages throughout Mexico. So you can't go sit down. Typically what we do is we go to the Ajijic Plaza, we have a cup of coffee, we socialize with people, we meet people for lunch. That's what the magic of Ajijic's all about. But today, that's not anymore. And so this is the new norm that I'm seeing. And do I expect everything to come back just like that? No, I don't think that's a realistic thing. One of the things you have to realize is that this is a smaller area, and so our choices of things to do are very limited, even to the point where we can't drive very far. They have roadblocks where they will stop, they will ask, where are you from? Where are you going? They may take a temperature test and see if you have a fever. Going into Guadalajara or people coming from Guadalajara to this area, they're having roadblocks. They're getting their identifications and they're seeing if they belong in the lakeside area. And if they don't, they make them turn around and head back out. So it's very limiting on what we can do here. If you live in a more of a metropolitan area, you have more choices of what to do. So definitely things have changed here. And do I think they're going to just instantly open up? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a slow process that eventually things are going to open up because people won't feel comfortable. And how long will it take till people start to feel comfortable? So you talk about coming down here, and all the hotels are closed. The Airbnbs are closed. Any type of thing that you can get on, social media, like Airbnb and bed and breakfast, they're all closed. And the real estate offices are closed. Rentals are very difficult to find because nobody is working. So that's a major concern. The other thing is, typically here in this area, it's retired people. We're all over 60, and we are at the highest risk of getting the virus. And so people coming down here, maybe you're a snowbird and you have a home here, that would be easier. But if you're coming down and you want to start over, you want to come down and see if it's going to work for you now, well, this is not the time to come. Just like I say, all the services, all the hotels, all the places where you can get accommodations are closed. So if you don't know the area, it's very difficult to come in and get established. Us that live here and have lived here, well, we have our homes, we have an environment that is safe, we're creating our environments that are safe, and so it's much easier for us because we have everything established. We know where all the essential services are, we know where the hospitals are, we know where we have our doctors all set up. We have, like the other day, I needed some information about medication I'm taking, and so I emailed my doctor here, and he got back with me, he called me up, and we went over my medications because I have it already set up, hospitals and care. So it's very difficult if you plan to come down. So my recommendation, don't come down. You can't drive across the border. That area is closed unless you have a resident visa card. But if you're just coming in and trying to get a 180-day visa, very difficult. A lot of the government buildings are closed or they're restricted on their hours. So it may be difficult to get your car permits and that to come down. You're not going to get, probably won't even get that far because usually they're about 18 miles or so on the other side of the border. So that's going to stop you right away. Now, do you want to fly down? Do you want to get in an airplane? And, that little environment that's a little tube of possibly getting ill, especially you're over 65. Now, in the past, you've come down, and you've come down maybe as for the winter or a few months, not only here in Lakeside or Lake Chapala area, but maybe different parts of Mexico that you're used to coming to. And you come because you like the socializing aspect of it. You have friends, you have activities, they're all stopped. The beaches now are literally closing up. I got a report, Lo del Marcos, a beach community that we go to, and they have, as I understand, a barricade that goes across the main entrance into the town. And they're only letting people in that belong in that town. So everything is closed up. You can't get on the beaches. They're all closed. So it's a whole different experience down here than maybe you've ever had experienced before. The scientists are talking about in the fall, maybe another wave of the virus coming up. And then it's going to start all over. Again, I don't have a crystal ball, but that's what I hear the scientists are talking about, that there's a good chance in the fall. And so it's not going to go back. This part of Mexico, I don't think it's going to really revive in the same way that maybe you've experienced. You come down, you spend a lot of money to come down, you want to relax, you want to kick back, you want to have fun. It's almost like being in college and you have, a spring break and it feels great. Okay, but that's not the case now. We, as an example, we typically, in a year, we usually have about 3 to 4 parties in our home. And we have anywhere between 25 and 50 people that will attend. We're not doing that anymore. We're not having anybody in our house except us because we have an environment that's safe and we're protecting that environment. It seems to us that all of our friends are doing the same thing. So we're not socializing like that anymore. And we can't meet and go to restaurants like we used to go. So that's all changed. The dynamics have just changed down here. It's not what we reported in the past, all the activities, all the things that you can do. Hoorah, go hiking, go kayaking, go for runs, go on the Malecon for walks, different groups where you're participating in group activities, let's say like volunteering and going to orphanages or going to other communities and helping people and reach out by giving them food. You can't do any of that now because everybody's social distancing. And us expats in general is that we don't want to venture outside. We don't know how well the local people are protecting themselves from the virus. Are they doing the proper things, washing their hands, wearing masks, and stuff like that? So we don't want to be opened up to a possibility of getting the virus ourselves. Because right now, hey, we only have one life. We really have to protect it and really do everything we can to be safe. So what I'm saying is that if you feel that you can come down here, and maybe because you have a home and you can, self-quarantine, then that's what you're going to have to do. But maybe you want to choose to stay in the environment you're in now, because like here, we have a safe environment. We feel comfortable. When we step outside and we go into the community to, let's say, to go shopping and that, we don't know what's happening there. We don't feel as confident in that area. When we come home, we feel confident that we've created a safe environment because we do all the procedures. In other words, we wipe things down with sanitized rags. We wash our hands constantly. We're taking sanitized gels and putting them on. And so our environment, we really feel is safe. It's a safe zone. But boy, once you get out in there, we come back home, we change our clothes, we wash everything up, we'll take a shower, we take those clothes, we hang them outside so they can get disinfected by the sun, even so we haven't touched anybody. These are precautions we're taking to stay safe. So my little outreach to you is, I don't think Ajijic, Chapala, or maybe Mexico in general is a place you want to come down to right now. Let's say if you went to Puerto Vallarta, that's a major city. And so maybe there you'll have more activities. And they have large condominium complexes and that. So that possibly would work for you. But again, just be safe. Make your determination on that. If you feel comfortable at your age that you can come down here and be safe, then go for it. But we're not traveling. I don't see the reality of traveling for years to come for us personally. I'm looking at not looking or booking anything for at least a year. I want to make sure that around the world that things are safe. So this is my opinion, as I said earlier, and only my opinion. Well, what I want to do is I want to do some more research and give you more information about what's happening down here. I want to talk to real estate agents and get a firsthand information on how they're viewing it. Is it a good time to buy in Mexico now? Yes or no? I don't know. I want to talk to real estate agents and find out what their general thoughts are. So I'm going to be diving into more information as the weeks go on, and I want to report those firsthand to you and let you know before you make plans, or you're planning. People have set up their agenda. They want to come down and they want to retire here. They've already figured everything out. I'm not sure this is the time to do it. Give it a couple months and then start checking it out. And I'll be reporting back with you in that time and giving you updated information. So, okay, enough of this. Well, I hope this has helped you. And I hope that in some way it gives you a little more peace of mind to see, because for us that live down here, it's much easier because we have everything set up. For somebody else like you may be coming down and you don't have everything set up. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go to another place and not know the area and try to get things set up right now. Anywhere, maybe a metropolitan area, let's say Los Angeles or something like that, it would be a bit easier. But not here. We're small. We're in a little, area here. We're not in a big metropolitan area. Okay, this has been Jerry Brown with Jerry Brown Travels, and stay tuned for more videos that I know will help you. Bye.
Well, how would you like to subscribe? It's free. And we'll send you a free notification once a week. Please subscribe.